We, friends and family, have gathered with you on this glorious morning to witness your joining together and to surround you with our prayers and ask blessings upon you. I remind you that we're given the gift of marriage for the fullest expression of love between a man and a woman who are freely and totally committed to each other in every way for life. Almighty and gracious God, it is with thanksgiving and praise that we come boldly before your throne of grace, asking your abundant blessings now upon Chris and Nichole, who come seeking your blessing, upon family and friends gathered here, and family and friends watching from abroad. You promised that where 2 or 3 are gathered, there you would be in the midst. So be in our midst as we celebrate their lives. So be in our midst as we celebrate their love. So be in our midst as we celebrate the joy of their marriage. At special times such as these, O God, we're reminded that we're surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, of our loved ones who've gone before, who will not here with us physically, would share the joy of this moment especially. We remember Chris's grandfather. We're also mindful of our loved ones and friends who simply could not be here, but we know they're here with us in spirit, and so we give you thanks and praise for the gift of their lives and their love and the power of their presence with us even now. Amen. I remind the two of you that love means so many things to so many different people. But perhaps it's beautifully expressed for us with these simple words, that love is a mighty power. For love alone lightens every burden, and it makes the rough places smooth. Love runs and it flies and it leaps and it's free and it's unrestrained and knows no limits. True love, the kind of love the two of you have come to pledge and declare. It will bear all things, believe all things, hope all things, endure all things. Well, you see, up to this point, you've been so many things to each other. You've been a lover and a friend and a confidant and a nurturer and encourager. Maybe even a dance partner from time to time.
Nichole, we've come a long way since I was riding home from work with a suit under my arm, and the feelings I had since we first meeting, I knew it was important to me too. I knew our journey has been tough, so far away from each other, but I feel our talks on the phone every night have made us come even closer and dreaming of the lives we would have. The adventures we've had so far have already become great memories. I can't wait to share all of our future adventures together. You motivate me to work in hard times and keep me pushing forward. I'm proud of you, I love you, and I always look after you. I know it hasn't been how we envisioned today, but I know one day we'll be old sitting in our deck chairs. Yeah, it feels special to us.
You were a blessing in my life that I didn't think would ever come true. The day I realized you were the man I prayed I would meet, I knew my life was just about to begin. After our first sunset date, I knew that God had planned my entire life around that moment. When you moved back to England, that was the day I knew I didn't want to live a life without you. And that's when the journey to our forever had started. We spent 18 months with an ocean in between us, and in that time you became my best friend. Our adventures in that time are so special, but as each goodbye was said, we moved closer to the life we spend every day imagining. It made the hard times easier and my moments of missing you feel worthwhile. As I stand here vowing to be your wife, I think back to the days when we described this moment. And it's finally here. I promise to love you every day like the way we did on the days we held each other a little tighter leading up to our goodbyes. To love your family like they have always been mine. To give you a sense of comfort that I will forever be by your side. And that even on our hard days, I'll always cherish our relationship. The way I felt when I met you is the same as I do now. No matter what the future holds, I'll always choose a life with you.
And just take a good look into each other's eyes. And if you found a smile that's the sweetest one you've ever known, you've heard within a voice the echoes of your own. If the two of you wonder the way your two lives are now blend to weave a perfect pattern that's seamless end to end, if you believe that some things in life were simply meant to be, and today, this day, this morning, you marry your best friend. You marry your partner for life. You marry your soulmate indeed. You now marry your heart's own destiny. And now by the power vested in me by the state of Florida and Almighty God, I do pronounce that you are husband and wife. Chris, you may kiss your beautiful bride.